Okay, beloveds. So, due to receiving a lot of questions regarding one of my dreams about a tsunami affecting the East Coast, I've decided to make this video. Now, I know that this current situation that has developed over there in the islands of La Palma, the Canary Islands, has caused a lot of brothers and sisters to be very concerned. Now, I just want to reassure you and to give you some level of understanding so that you will not be anxious or fearful, but rather instead be encouraged and on alert. For fear is not of God. Our Father did not give us a spirit of fear, but that of love and power and of a sound mind. Okay, so with that said, I just want to state here boldly that the island of La Palma will not create a mega tsunami. But that's exactly what the beast would want, wouldn't he? It's a good thing then that he's not in control. He only thinks that he is. But even he is being used by the Lord. If he thinks that the bridegroom is going to allow him to flood and totally destroy many of the lands that so many of his betrothed are now living in. No, but thank God for Yeshua, for he is the Lord of hosts, the King of heaven's armies, and he actually is the one who's in total control of the entire earth. These mega tsunamis are being held back by the grace of God and will not occur before the 3 days of darkness, before the last warning for humanity, which is the 3 days of darkness. And I have seen and experienced what these look like many times. The Lord himself has caused me to see them and experience them. And he showed me that these giant waves, these mega tsunamis, are going to come up on every shoreline, upon every city, in every nation, throughout the entire earth. And I'm telling you the truth, they're not comparable to nothing that we've experienced so far, nor are they able to be compared to anything that you've seen in your movies. But if this island of La Palma is to have a landslide and produce a tsunami, it will be on a smaller scale in comparison to a mega tsunami. So just know that if La Palma is to produce a tsunami, it will be a warning tsunami, because the Lord had shown me that there's going to be multiple tsunamis, and these ones, they're all warning tsunamis. They're warnings to get away from the seacoasts and the shorelines and to make preparations for the mega tsunamis are coming. They're coming. Okay, so now this is what I have seen in regards to the smaller tsunamis. In 2011, I can never forget. I had a vision that I was in Manhattan. I was down there in front of the water in Manhattan. It was a very beautiful day, normal day. And, I was down there with a lot of people, and we were just, hanging out, just as people would in a normal day there down by the docks, by the waterfront in Manhattan. And out of nowhere, there wasn't an earthquake, no type of warning, absolutely no warning whatsoever. This was the last thing on anybody's mind, including myself. A wave just came in, and it was moving fast. This was a fast-moving wave in this beautiful day. I would say that this wave is like a rogue wave. There wasn't any shaking, so that you could think that, maybe an earthquake had produced this. I mean, it just came out of nowhere. And from my calculation, it appeared to be anywhere from about a 20 to 30 foot wave. And it came suddenly and just slammed into the city of Manhattan there. And this vision was in 2011. And even now I can still hear the screams. The scream of about 250,000 people all at once, in unison. I can hear their screams when the wave slammed into the city. They screamed all at once. And wow, that was an experience. And so I started running in this vision, and I managed to run a few blocks. And amazingly, you know that I saw people playing dominoes a few blocks away from where the tsunami was, completely unaware that the city was just slammed with a rogue wave, essentially. A tsunami had just slammed into the city. I saw people a few blocks away sitting, playing dominoes outside on the sidewalks. So yeah, I'd never forgotten that vision that the Lord gave me. So that gives you an idea of the difference in size, in magnitude. In this wave is in no way, shape, or form compared to a mega tsunami. The mega tsunamis are 100 feet high and over. And also, I just want to mention this dream that you can see here on the screen. I'm going to put it on the screen here. In this dream also, I was lifted above New York. This might have been somewhere in Brooklyn, possibly Staten Island, somewhere there, possibly. And the Spirit of the Lord lifted me up, and I could see water flooding in the city. It was coming in, but even so, it was not like those other visions that the Lord had given me, when He had placed me in the midst of Manhattan, while it was basically sinking. And it was on a whole nother level than those massive waves that I saw. So there's a clear difference of the size of the waves of the mega tsunami than these waves. These are warning waves. If there's any waves that are going to be produced by La Palma, they're going to be a warning. I'm not going to say that they won't bring destruction. They will bring destruction, as you will hear in that this vision here, this vision on the screen, because I saw them. There was a lot of dead bodies in the water. I saw the cars piling up under the overpasses, under the bridges, and behind the buildings, because literally the sea came in, but not to the degree as I saw it in other visions. So I can tell you that there's a big difference there, a very big difference. This dream, this same dream that's on the screen here, could possibly about to be fulfilled. Because if you guys were to listen to it, you'll hear the part where I mentioned that I was praying for these people that were saved out of the tsunami. I was praying that God cover them under His blood and to protect them from the disease, the pandemic, the global disease that was happening at that time. You'll hear me say that. And you know what? We just so happen to be going through a global pandemic at this moment. We have a global disease, just like I mentioned in that part of the dream. I was praying for them. I was praying God's protection over them, asking God to protect them from specifically the disease that was going around. That could most definitely indicate that this dream is about to be fulfilled. But I don't know. What do you guys think? This wave was way under 100 feet. But the other waves that I saw that washed over New York and Miami, those waves are well over 100 feet high. At least 500 feet high. Those are mega tsunamis. And in the first vision that I just mentioned earlier, I managed to outrun this wave. You can't possibly outrun a mega tsunami. In the movies they'll make it appear that way, but no, not the way what I saw, what the Lord showed me when they come up on the land, these mega tsunamis, they cannot be outran, because the movies got the speed of these waves inaccurate. All these Hollywood movies, the waves in reality, the speed is wrong, is way off. I can tell you that for sure. And they don't look the way they do in these movies, because I've experienced them coming up on all the shores of the of the nations, all of them. The asteroid that will strike in the Atlantic, and the shifting of the Earth's tectonic plates globally, and the ice shelf, the continental ice shelf down there in Antarctica, when these are dumped into the ocean and the Earth's tectonic plates start to shift, then the mega tsunamis will come. A direct result from the passing of Planet X. That's what will cause these mega tsunamis, and the asteroid out there in the Atlantic. So for all my brothers and sisters that are living in Florida and all these places in North Carolina, in New York, I'd advise you to be very, very close to the Lord in this hour. Go to Him and ask Him for directions. Ask Him for guidance. And if He tell you to leave those areas, leave, because there's a possibility that this island could produce a tsunami. And even though it's not these mega tsunamis that are going to go into 100, 200 miles inland, they're nonetheless very destructive and dangerous and will kill a lot of people. These tsunamis might kill hundreds of thousands of people, but the mega tsunamis will kill multi-millions when they come. Tens of millions of people, possibly reaching up to the hundreds of millions, if not. Because if you study the map of the globe, majority of humanity, for some reason, like some kind of a trap, a lot of them tend to congregate in very close proximity to the shorelines around the globe. And it's like a trap, you know? So yeah, that's what I wanted to mention. Please do not be fearful. Just be on alert, be cautious, be wise, take precautions. If you live on the seashore, consider moving inland. You know, that is wisdom. Consider moving inland. That's my advice, and go to the Lord in prayer concerning it, and prepare yourself. For even these tsunamis, if it occurs, it's just a warning. I'm telling you, it's a warning for the bigger ones to come. For the 3 days of darkness is coming, and it all begins there. All the bigger judgments, the bigger earthquakes, the bigger tornadoes, and the category 7 that's going to envelop basically the entire earth. A storm within a storm. You know, a hurricane that is spawning tornadoes. It's crazy, and earthquakes. The 3 days of darkness is going to be crazy. So prepare and be safe. The Lord King Yahushua HaMashiach bless and keep you all. Love from YBIC.